I'm gonna try to make this quick. Um, for some reason, I keep hearing humiliation ritual gone wrong, and I just started pulling cards. The Seven of Swords came out, and if you could read that at the bottom, like these people were very deceptive. There's a lot of betrayal. These people thought that they had outsmarted you. I done told y'all before that a lot of these people who came up against y'all, they they really thought that you was stupid. And you know, a lot of people do take kindness for weakness. A lot of people think that if you show up naturally, excuse me, in this world as a genuinely loving person, they think that you are gullible and dumb. And to an extent, those people aren't completely incorrect. You're not stupid. Naive? Maybe. A little bit. Yeah. At least for a long time. Because if anybody's like me, I couldn't fathom people when people would do things towards me or to me. I would always make excuses like, oh, well, maybe they're just going through something. Maybe they're just having a bad day. Or if I knew what was going on in their lives, like if I knew that they, like, oh, well, they're going through a breakup and, you know, they're having a hard time, or, you know, they're dealing with so much and all this, blah, blah, blah. And I would let that shit slide and I would let them have it. But then one day I realized, like, you know what? When I lash out, when I say things that I'm not supposed to say, it's like I committed a full fucking crime. And but they get to say whatever they want to me, and I'm just supposed to let that shit slide, right? Hold on. Sorry, I had to move locations. Uh, he was leaving, so I had to come inside. My baby's upstairs asleep. I don't want her to wake up and not be out here. Um, but yeah, like so like I said, like these people were very deceptive. They thought that they was gonna get away with whatever they was doing to you, but it looks like you coming out on top. That you're gonna have some sort of public recognition and some sort of victory coming in because of everything that you had to endure. Like you saw right through everything. You were getting downloads the entire time. And like I said, these people thought you were stupid. And like I said, you know, to an extent, they weren't completely incorrect. It's not that you were dumb. You were just a bit naive. You put a lot of emphasis on other people and you know, or sorry. You put a lot of emphasis on putting your own emotions on other people, saying and giving them passes and assuming that people would give you the same level of grace that you give to them, but people really not like that. And when you opened your eyes and started to see that, you were able to start seeing through the bullshit, and that's when they start getting pissed off. So this humiliation ritual, yeah, you got a payout coming in. You're gonna be able to, not only are you gonna be receiving, you're also gonna be able, you're gonna be in a financial position to give, to gift other people, possibly, you know, the people who were actually there for you, if you had anybody, because a lot of us, you know, been going through these journeys by ourselves. A lot of us ain't have nobody that was really there for us, you know, like a lot of y'all have been solo dolo the entire time. um I also just want to note real quick, and I don't know the content creator's name, and if I go on TikTok and find her, she had made I saw she had made this video. She's also a targeted individual, and she was advising people not to listen to other targeted individuals about not dating and things of that nature while you're being targeted. And she was like, not everyone is a bad person. But then I saw another video of hers later on where she was saying that the guy that she was dating basically keeps ghosting her. And I'm not saying that you can't date, but if you're going to try to engage in some sort of romantic relationship, even just platonic friends, you have to really vet people and use your discernment. Um, because you can't really trust anybody. You don't know who these people know. You don't know who these people are recruiting, and it literally could be anybody. Cause when I tell y'all, throughout my entire like journey, like throughout all the hotels, y'all saw, if y'all go watch my first, the majority of my videos on my platform started in hotel rooms. So that's where I was bouncing from hotel to hotel, and every single hotel I had the same problems with. It was the same stuff. So, you know, yikes. It's a mess. But like that's what I'm saying, like and this wasn't just like a small area. Like, I mean, I was all over Metro Detroit. All over Metro Detroit. I was in Madison Heights, I was in Troy, I was in Warren. Where else did I go? I went to Lansing. That's not even in Metro Detroit. I was in Lansing. I was in Brighton. I went to Chesterfield. Like, I was everywhere. Like, I went to a few different places. So it's like the fact that I kept having the same issues, it was like it was inevitable. And the gang stalking just was never ending. But you're being seen right now as like a very courageous person. Like you got a lot of eyes on you. Um, you're being seen as a hero in a sense. Like, people are acknowledging the shit that you had to go through, because you got to understand something. A lot of these NPCs that were like that ganged up on you, a lot of them knew deep down inside what they were doing was wrong, but because they were so focused on what they were told about you, they felt like you deserved it. And now that their eyes are being opened, and they're seeing that it was all lies, it was all a ruse, and that you didn't deserve that, you were an innocent person, a lot of those people are having a hard time dealing with that, because they're just like, oh my god, what did we do? What did we do? Alexa, turn on living room lights. Hold on, y'all. Sorry, I had to get some more lighting. I was like, it's getting kind of dark in here. But yeah, a lot of them are having a really hard time dealing with what they've done, what they participated in. Because now they're starting to ask that narcissist that was doing all this stuff towards you, like, they starting to ask them people questions. They like, so you said that this person was this, and that, but what's up? You told me that this person was a drug addict and that they were always going to be a junkie, and that I don't see them out here doing drugs. I don't see them out here prostituting themselves. I don't see them out here panhandling and begging for money. And because of, everything that you've endured now, like, you got, like, the Ace of Cups, like, you got a lot of, like, new beginnings, love coming in. Like, there's going to be, like, an outpour for you. You're going to have some old people trying to come back in the mix. I've been saying that, though. I can feel that heavily. Like, old people trying to resurface. Like, they didn't do what they did towards you. Yeah, they getting judgment. They getting judged heavily. Heavily judged. And they think that they think that they can outrun this shit. They think that they're gonna be able to just, talk their way out of it like it's like a speeding ticket or some shit. No, it's not. It's not a speeding ticket. This isn't a cop that's just gonna be like, it's okay, ma'am, you can go. No, this is divine karma. This is the energy that you put out into the world, and this is what you will receive back. And you have been so emotionally balanced in this. You are showing a great resilience and strength that most people can't even fathom, because people are starting to find out what it is that you really endured and what you went through, and people are shocked. They are shocked. They are like, wait, they endured what? They went through what? And they're still alive? I done told y'all before that there are people who have unalived themselves for less than the things that you have endured and what you're going through right now. And the fact that you're still standing here is a miracle in itself. And these people don't know what to do with themselves. These people, like, when I say humiliation ritual gone wrong, like, your enemies are cooked. Your enemies are cooked. They're so disappointed. they th- they thought they was going to create opportunities for themselves off of your energy, and look at them, sad. They sad now. They're completely sad, and it's just so crazy because it's like they spent so much of their time and energy trying to make you out to be this bad person. And I mean, you had to endure it, yeah. We always knew that you wasn't a bad person, but look at how how much time, effort, and energy they put into you. That's how special you are. But you walked away. You walked away from them folk, and you needed to, because if you didn't walk away, you wouldn't be getting this new beginning. Like, that's what you're being gifted right now. You're about to be gifted a new beginning for everything that you've endured. And these people are these people are trying to stop it. Thank you, Spirit. These people are trying to delay it as much as possible. Because like I told y'all in a couple videos ago, some of y'all are going to be getting checks in the mail. Some of y'all are going to be getting, random checks with different amounts on them in the mail from people that you don't even know. Yeah. Y'all gonna be getting checks in the mail. Like, people was trying to stop this from happening. They was trying to get in the way of for the scales being balanced for you. They've been trying to infiltrate this stuff. People, I'm telling y'all, because it happened to me, that people was stealing your mail, tampering with, these are federal offenses, like, but y'all about to start seeing, like I said, random amounts of money popping in your account, random checks in the mail. Yeah, you get to move on. You get this, like, a transitional period for you. Like, you're moving out of that stagnant energy, and you're gonna be able to move forward and do the things that you want to really do. Some of y'all, like I said, some of your vindication, just like we said, where that card go? Sorry, I'm pulling so much. It's the second card. Like I said, y'all's gonna be getting public victories. Like, it may be a small community, depending on where you're at and what happened to you. For some of you, this is gonna be public, very, very public, national, on the news. Like, some of the things that happen to y'all are gonna be newsworthy. Go watch my video about you're gonna be on the news, because like I said, I had a dream and that woke me up out of my sleep. I think I want to do a video too later on about Hollywood. I've been having celebrity dreams all year, and I want to just talk about them, and see what y'all thoughts are about them as well. But yeah, it's going down in the ethers right now. It's going down, y'all. It's going down. That humiliation ritual backfired. They thought that you were already supposed to be gone. You were supposed to have an anxiety. And they are having anxiety. You was already supposed to be gone. You were already supposed to be in jail. You were supposed to be on the streets. You were supposed to be in a mental institution. You were already supposed to be in that. And so that these people could have sat back and go watch my video about they celebrated too early. Because before anything even really happened, these people thought that they had you. They thought that they had it in the bag. They were like, oh, we got them. But now these people can't sleep at night. They are worried. A lot of people put way too much on the line. A lot of these people, I've done told y'all before. I've been telling y'all for a while. I've been seeing that people took second mortgages out on their homes. to pay for gang stalking and spell work and witch doctors and all this other bullshit that these people be doing behind the scenes. And the fact that people really don't think that people be doing stuff like this with their money is crazy to me, because I'm just like, what do you really think? Like, people really have this vanilla idea of what this world really is. People really don't see how evil and demonic a lot of this shit is. And it's like, this shit, it's always been this way. This shit ain't new. Like, oh, but these are Christians. These are not Christians, okay? They can say that they're Christian all day. There's nothing Christian about them. But you're the fucking star, bro. You're just shining so bright right now, and these people can't understand it. That's why they're anxious, because you are shining too bright out here, and they can't do anything. Like I said, like, you may not even be in the best spot right now. You could be struggling financially. You could be, just having all types of problems right now because of the things that you've had to endure and the setbacks that you've had to endure. But the simple fact that you still get up every day and you still do what you can, and you're fighting for yourself, you shine so brightly in that. Because like I said, these people were telling people months and years ago that you were going to be in a mental institute. They kept telling people that you were mentally unstable. They were telling people that you were stupid, that you were incompetent, that you wasn't gonna be able to hold down no job and all this other stuff, and that they told people all this different stuff about you. And so people, they was gearing up, waiting. They like, ooh, waiting for the downfall. And the downfall ain't here, because this is what you look like. That's what you look like. You look like the star. And they can't even stop it. And it's crazy, because these people's jealousy is starting to show even more. Like, they can't hide how jealous they are of you. Because it's like, man, they're fucking opportunist. Like, they can't show how they can't not show how jealous they are, how, like, it's all coming to the surface now, because people are asking questions. They're like, well, didn't you say that they this and that? Well, yeah, they are, but this, like, they just keep lying and making shit up, and people are not hearing it no more. They're like, you maintain control, and they can't deal with it. They can't they can't they can't contest the truth. The truth is that you never bothered nobody. The truth is that those people targeted you because they thought you were an easy target. They thought, especially, like I talked about in my last video about them toxic jobs, a lot of y'all were targeted at your job because, one, you probably are a very forgiving person. Wow, I just split the deck at strength. Yeah, you're probably a very forgiving person. You probably have always had to take on a lot. And so you try to easily forgive, because you don't like hanging on to that shit no way. Sorry, it's kids yelling outside. I couldn't tell if it was my baby or the kids. Um and but you easily forgive. And this time around you didn't. And they were shocked, because they thought that you were just going to go along with it, and that you were going to take the things that they said about you and the way that they were treating you. They thought that if they started treating you bad, that you would feel like something was wrong with you. But you woke up and you said, ain't nothing wrong with me. I'm not doing anything to these people. These people have a problem with me. And so you removed yourself. And it's like, the further you kept moving away from people, the more they kept coming towards you to bother you. And then that's when you figured it out and knew, like, this is a setup. Because if you have to create the problems in order for them to happen, if they don't happen organically, it was a lie in the first place. Let's make that very clear. If you have to set up shit just so that you can prove that this person is loud and belligerent and they're unstable, if you have to set stuff up, if you have to follow this person around everywhere just to try to get in their way, just so that they can, break them down, so that they explode, and then, this is that reactive abuse bullshit. They do everything towards you for as long as they possibly can, hoping that it breaks you down to the point where you where you're like, I can't fucking take this shit anymore. But you detach from that shit. Because you already knew what was going on. You detached. And they can't stand that. You don't even fucking care. Lord have mercy, y'all. And now you got stuff coming in for you. It's coming in fast too. It's coming in fast. I don't know. Vindication is on its way. The blessings are on their way to you. So buckle up. And Four of Swords came out. So yeah, we definitely gotta rest. It's time to wrap this up. That humiliation ritual backfired, and them people are mad. Them people are big mad. They big mad. They big mad, y'all. They can't stand it. They're disappointed. A lot of people put money. A lot of people put money down. Money that they didn't have. People are losing a lot of people are losing. Some of these people are like, it's going to be communities of people in poverty because of the things that they did to you. And I urge you, when it's your time to move forward and go on and live your new life, don't look back. It reminds me of Lot's wife. Also a forward movement. You know, I have been recently reading the Bible for myself because I've heard a lot of the Bible stories and stuff like that, but I'm not one to just take everything that a minister or someone says to me, because I'm gonna read it for myself. And I was reading Genesis, and I was reading about Lot's wife and Lot in general. That story is weird to me. With his daughters, I'll get into that in a different video. But you know, Lot's wife, when they left Sodom and Gomorrah, and she turned around and looked back, and she turned into a pillar of salt. So if we want to take that metaphorically, like, when is your time to, when God gives you your out, when you have that divine intervention moment where things suddenly shift for you, and you're able to start making the moves that you need to move on, don't go back and try to save people, especially that toxic family of yours. I would say help the family members that have always supported you and loved you. Support the people who supported you. Yeah. Support the people who supported you. But for the people who slandered you, you can forgive them, but that don't mean that you got to help them. Yeah, I got wish fulfillment coming in. You don't have to save anybody don't save them hoes. I'm sorry. This ain't Captain Save a Hoe out here. It's not Captain Save a Hoe. And you don't have to save none of these people. You don't. Yeah, a lot of them people was bullies, and they was in competition with you. But you've been working hard on everything that you've been working hard on yourself, and it just shows you character, and you've been able to adapt to these situations that you've been going through. And a lot of people didn't expect that out of you. So again, just that humiliation ritual, man, these people are so fucked up right now. They can't fathom what they're literally saying to themselves. What did I do? What did I do? They don't know what to do. I think my baby's up. But I love y'all. It's your girl K Divine, and I'll see y'all later. Them people messed up big time, alright? Come on, baby. I love y'all. Bye.